Hey, Luke Inman back again in the eDraft.com studios, going division by division, breaking down one rookie from each team that you need to remember for this upcoming 2015 fantasy football season. Tackling the AFC South today, I'm starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is it too early to put Gus Bradley on the hot seat? Bradley, entering his third season with the Jaguars, owns an abysmal 7-25 overall record, giving him a mild .219 winning percentage. Ouch. Tough to put all the blame on Bradley, though, as the front office went into a complete overhaul when they hired him, and just last year, the team drafted what they hoped to be their franchise quarterback in Blake Bortles. Now, Bortles struggled in his first crack at NFL stardom, throwing just 11 touchdowns to 17 interceptions, but much could be blamed elsewhere as well, as Bortles had no run game to work from. And when I say no run game, I don't mean a bad one. No, I mean a completely non-existent one. This year, though, Bortles will have a new talented runner behind him with fresh legs that boast good NFL size and speed. I'm talking about TJ Yeldon, who was one of many Crimson Tide players to be unleashed into the league from last year's draft. And while staying humble, he walks in the Jaguars as the team's clear-cut starter after they used their third-round pick on him. Training camp and preseason games was going to be a big indicator as just to how comfortable the offense is with him and just to how much of a workhorse back they think he can be. As of now, though, even playing with a second-year quarterback and an offensive line that's leaky at best, finding a tailback who won't split time with teammates and should be the goal line back, it's always a hot commodity in the fantasy football world. Keeping his current ADP in mind as the 23rd running back currently being taken and the 55th player overall, the possibility of nabbing a clear-cut starting running back in the middle of the 5th round is a serious option and possibility with new Jacksonville Jaguar running back TJ Yeldon. The AFC South Division winning Colts ride into the 2015 season off their momentum of reaching the AFC Championship game and falling just one game short from the Super Bowl. The world watched the progression of the Colts as a team, largely due to Andrew Luck, who turned himself into one of the best quarterbacks in the league at just 25 years old. Luck, like any good quarterback, spread the ball around to multiple targets in the offense, giving everyone a piece of the pie, something that keeps defenses off balance and guessing throughout each game. Of course, that was before the addition of Philip Dorsett, who was drafted with the Colts' first overall pick, a somewhat head-scratching move to say the least, as the receiver position was far from a priority on many experts' cheat sheets. Starting at the top with T.Y. Hilton, who will remain to be one of Luck's go-to targets after his 1,300-plus yard performance in 2014, while Dante Moncrief will likely continue to grow into his role from his rookie season. The front office then brought in former Pro Bowler Andre Johnson into the mix, who is sure to be another primary target inside the offense as well. That leads us to Philip Dorsett, who torched the combine up with his blazing speed and 40-yard dash time, a wideout who is likely to excel inside on the Colts' turf and in an offense that will spread him out while getting him into favorable matchups out in space. However, being a rookie always has its setbacks, and starting the season as the clear-cut number 4 wideout surely to mean a lot of growing pains for himself and his fantasy owners in his rookie year. Now, in your redraft leagues, I'd really feel more comfortable if you waited to pick Dorsett up off the waiver wire after a few weeks into the season. However, Dorsett's value easily doubles in any type of dynasty or keeper league. As the Colts' newest first-round pick, he too will be a bold and notable piece inside the Colts' offensive puzzle a year or two down the road. Of course, Andre Johnson won't play forever, and having Andrew Luck as your quarterback, well, it's as good as it gets. Early word out of Colts OTAs and offseason programs has the offense running a lot of 4 and even 5 wideout sets, which is bad news for a guy like tight end Coby Fleener. Of course, should give you more confidence in Philip Dorsett, as again, anytime a team uses a first-round pick on a guy, they're going to want to get him involved inside the offense as quickly as possible. Well, you could argue no one added more raw and potential talent on the offensive side of the ball than the Tennessee Titans, who drafted quarterback Marcus Mariota, wideout Darrell Green Beckham, and running back David Cobb. Now, all three players have their own separate value in a keeper league, but when it comes to year one alone, no doubt in my mind, former Gopher running back David Cobb is the one I have pegged on to have the best 2015 fantasy football season. While the passing game will be a long and steady process and have its weekly ups and downs, the team will rely heavily on the running game to carry the load. After getting to see Cobb up close and personal here in Minnesota at TCF Bank Stadium and down at the Senior Bowl, I can tell you he's already the best all-around running back the Tennessee Titans have to offer, even over last year's rookie, Bishop Sankey. Cobb has a monster lower body he uses to pound out those extra tough yards in between the tackles, and has more agility, wiggle, and burst than most people might think. Now, if you thought TJ Yeldon's ADP was enticing, then check this out. David Cobb's average draft position is currently 133, and that's just downright salivating. The 43rd running back being taken currently, Cobb has the makings of a workhorse runner you can score in the 11th round of your draft, and again, a sneaky play for a guy to score 6 to 8 touchdowns, as he should be the goal line back for the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans, a team that has done a nice job of building a perennial powerhouse on defense with consecutive years of good drafting while staying focused on that side of the ball. On offense, however, even with the likes of Arian Foster and DeAndre Hopkins, the Texans have unfortunately been stuck in quarterback purgatory since the birth of their franchise. With the most important position in sports still in limbo, the front office was persistent in continuing to add more talent at quarterback when they traded for Ryan Mallett and signed veteran journeyman Brian Hoyer. The addition of the two brings a solid mix of raw talent and veteran leadership, but the question still remains, which one will get Bill O'Brien's stamp of approval by week 1? But regardless of whoever gets the green light between those two quarterbacks, they will have a new weapon on the team to work with former Arizona State Sun Devil, Jalen Strong, who's now in the mix. Strong currently lies behind Cecil Shorts on the depth chart, but in 3 wideout sets, Shorts should slide inside to the slot, while Strong will work wide out opposite of DeAndre Hopkins. Strong, who's a big physical wideout and is known for making big plays in one-on-one coverage, will likely be limited in his rookie season, again to the team easing him into the lineup and rotation and the team's likely inconsistent quarterback play. I understand Strong has some value in keeper and dynasty formats down the road, but I'm not spending much of my bench money on him, as I prefer other rookies like Nelson Aguilar, Brashard Perriman, and even Tyler Lockett a little bit more. Hey, short and sweet for the AFC South today, but a solid draft from a fantasy perspective for a division that added a potential franchise quarterback in Marcus Mariota and other big-time playmakers like TJ Yeldon and David Cobb. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment as I continue my newest video series, going division by division, breaking down one rookie from each team that's going to help you put yourself ahead of your competition for this upcoming 2015 fantasy football season, as we've already hit the mid-July point and are now just weeks away from the big show. For everybody at eDraft.com, I'm Luke Inman, signing out.